Since we last saw you, the amount you are giving, KidsCan is giving to schools, has increased. Why is that?
Look, I think the need is still there. It is pleasing to us that we now have over 90% coverage of decile 1 to 4 primary intermediate schools throughout New Zealand, providing over 30,000 children with food a week. Last week we had our biggest food distribution ever with 1 million items going out. Clothing, shoes and health, there's always a need for those. So I guess, you know, there's a lot of parents now that would send their children or keep their children home that will send them to school now if they are hungry, which is heartening. And of course, there is still a need. There are more children that we need to get the support to.
Yeah, this is just so shocking when you hear numbers like that. More than 1 million food items to more than 700 schools now. What do you put it down to?
I think schools are more willing to get in and give that sort of pastoral care to children. They know that when children are looked after, well fed, clothed and have their health needs met, that they're going to do better at school, and that's really important. What
about the need though? Where does this need come from?
Oh, look, the need comes from parents simply not having enough to make ends meet. And, you know, there's a lot of judgment all the time about parents doing the wrong thing, spending their money in the wrong places. I can tell you that the majority of parents that I see are doing the right thing. They just simply don't have enough for it to quite go that far.
Okay. What's your perspective on the new government?
Oh, look, I am 100% behind the new Ministry for Child Poverty Reduction. I think when any Prime Minister takes an interest in a portfolio and brings it inside their own office, you're going to see some change. And so I think we are going to see some really positive change there.
Does that mean that the next time we speak, you won't be requiring as much assistance?
Well, the idea ultimately is that we do ourselves out of a job because KidsCan shouldn't be needed. But I think where we can help the new Prime Minister is to continue to meet those material needs, share the knowledge that we've gained over the past 12 years about what they are and how best to meet those needs. And I guess be there while those other social policies and things are being implemented to lift children out of poverty for as long as we need it.
Is it reasonable to expect that by next winter, when of course you guys are usually overwhelmed with the amount of help you have to try and give schools for kids who don't have rain jackets and shoes and all that sort of thing, is it reasonable to expect that within 6 months or so, by next winter, the demand on your services will have reduced?
I would like to hope so, and I guess that's something we'll have to wait and see about. I guess for us, we've always made the commitment that we'll be there for as long as we need it.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's what we'll continue to do, but ultimately it would be great to see a reduction in the need for sure.
For people who are watching and want to help out, how do they get involved?
16 schools on the waiting list. Go to kidscan.org.nz, sign up to support a child for $15 a month.